Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of One Trick Wednesday. This is Moving Day! There was a lot of confusion around the rules this week, and so from now on, we are just doing simple challenges for One Trick Wednesday, and I will explain what that means at the end of the cast. Alright. I explained that moving day means when your main base mines out, you have to move your entire main base to another place, but only one replay had that, so I don't know. This is one where this person moves their main base immediately, and the other three replays before that last replay are as well, so I don't know. We're in for a bumpy ride, but that's okay. Game number 1 of One Trick Wednesday this week will be between Christofu and Linking here on Interloper, the Ladder Edition. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Linking. And at the top left-hand corner of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Christofu from MXGZ. Not sure which player is going to be moving his main base when the time comes. Although, I think in this case it's probably the Zerg. It is a quick double gas opening from Christofu, though. Then he goes into engineering bay. Wow. All right, so he owns a lot of gas. Second engineering bay coming up here, too. And this base for Linking is about 50% complete. So I think what's going on here, the Zerg player is going to make his main out here. Which, I mean, it is a little bit interesting in that it's very, very difficult to defend this base. It's not like defending a single ramp against incoming harassment. And the SCV checking stuff out says, I don't see anything here in this base at all. This is very, very strange. Linking is sitting on 500 minerals because he doesn't want to throw it down his spawning pool inside his main because he's moving everything to this base instead. So, I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting interpretation. We're just going to roll with it. I'm not super worried about things at this point. And like I said, from now on, simpler ones like the Vikings only challenge or the Banelings only challenge. It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. Nobody's confused about what that means. Another hatch coming up for Linking. He's not taking his natural either, which is very interesting. Maybe he's trying to be sneaky about it. And he's sending all of his drones. Ah, look at him abandon this main. All right, so this does make things tricky. This does make things hard for our person who's running the challenge, which is really what this is all about. Is if it makes it hard, makes it entertaining to watch because it's so strange, then you're probably in a good spot. Overlord scouting on in is going to see this Reaper under construction here. We do have a Reaper name on our list. We have quite a few of those we're still going through, getting more added pretty much every day. Pretty much every day to the list here. Reaper's not moving out, though. Do we want to waste a name on a Reaper that just sits here and does nothing is the question. Come on, Reaper. You can do it. You can go kill things. Oh, good, you are. All right. Excellent. This Reaper's name is going to be Reapy Pasta. That is a play on the term creepypasta, which is a subreddit on Reddit. That always feels redundant, but it's technically accurate. And it's for scary stories, basically scary stories to tell in the dark. And here he is, Reapy Pasta, telling scary stories to these drones, making them afraid. One drone dead. This is the problem with delaying your spawning pool for so long. Does he even have a spawning pool? No. Where is it? Where is he making this? Oh, it's back here. Oh my goodness, this Reaper is going to have a wonderful time trying to get that surround KD8 charge. Boo, doesn't hit anything. But Reaper has 3 total kills. Those are 4 drones have been killed. I think one was scouting up here, though. No, why are you going home? You were doing so well. Come back in. Come back in, Reapy Pasta. Enjoy. Oh, there's another Reaper here. He's not. He is 3 racks Reapering. Wait, 2 racks Reapering. Wait, and with a starport and a factory. This is a very strange build, but it looks like a lower level replay, so fine. Makes sense it would be strange. I guess we could use a Reaper name list here, too. So Reapy Pasta. Oh, wait, there's actually a description there, too. Reapy Pasta is a literal ghost who possessed a Reaper suit and is trying to kill as many enemy units because it believes if it trades enough lives, it can come back to life and escape from hell. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Oh, Spine Crawler up, though. Get the Spine Crawler. KD8 charges on everything. Stabbity, stab, stab, stab. Reaper group. Yeah, we'll name them, too. We'll name them, too. This is... Actually, hang on. Am I out of group names? Might be out of group names here, too. Whatever. It's Reapy Pasta. We're going to roll with that in the main base. Why are there no drones in the main base? Says Christofu. It's a great question, man. It is a great question. Spine Crawler coming up at these additional bases that Linking has. Such a weird expansion pattern. I don't know why he skipped his natural, but we'll take it. We will accept it as an effort to make it into One Trick Wednesday. And be pleased. Reapers, 3 Reapers working all together to take down a hatchery. It's a rough go, honestly. Another Reaper. He's like doing the slowest 2 Rex Reaper play of all time. He's expanding behind this. He's got a factory. He's making a medevac. He's got a barracks at the tech lab. I mean, he's doing all sorts of stuff back home, but pretty much just Reapers. Oh, I guess there's a Marine here now. And this Queen gonna chase them away. Dude, accidentally scout this other base. Yes, accidentally scouts the other base here. Marines and Lings trying to... Whoa, no, that Marine died real fast. And, oh, staying on the creep. Bad move. Bad move, Reaper friend. But Reapy Pasta's still up here. Killing this base. Ling King doesn't mind because he doesn't need it. He has no plans for keeping this base at all. And it's obvious at this point. So he's got his main base here. It's a very wide open space. That's why he has these spine crawlers. His expansion is far away. I guess his other expansion is right next door. So that's not too bad. Spine crawler coming up there and actually doing his lair in this base in the bottom. This is very strange. Very strange indeed. And he has scouted this. Shreepy Pasta looking around. He doesn't know about the base up at that 3rd base location. So that's a problem for him. He does know about these 2 other bases, though, so he feels like, all right, Zerg's on 2 base. He's doing something really strange here. He let me kill his main for reasons I don't understand. But we're still alive. We are still alive. We've got ourselves a medevac now, which should make us even stronger. Getting all healed up. Oh, except one died immediately. The spine crawler shot. Kablooey. Is Christophe floating a bunch of stuff? He is. He's floating about 1,000 minerals and 700 gas here. Got Marines, getting him stim. Got ourselves a tank and upgrading to an orbital command at his natural base. So the tank's going to be a problem here. If Ling King, all he has are Zerglings, which so far that's all he has. And I guess since his name is Ling King, it makes sense. Makes a lot of sense why you would do that. He is actually getting +1 melee attack too, which implies he's going to stick with this. Getting a macro hatch at his, I think this is the 2nd base he may, that's very confusing, but this base up north has one of those. And that macro hatch, as previously mentioned, a spore crawler here too, just in case a Banshee decides to come in, or some cloaked units, I guess. And small push of tanks and Reapers and Marines here from Christophe. Again, we're 7.5 minutes in. This is not the highest level of StarCraft for sure, but it is a good way to see this challenge and how it is going to be, respected. So it's pushing on up to the creep here. Tank a little bit scary against what Ling King has. Marines, where did the medevac go? Okay, the medevac is here. The medevac can heal up. And Ling comes, I don't know if that was a check, but that Ling died immediately to that tank splash. Are you going to come challenge this thing, Ling King? He's not making anything for units right now. He has a handful of Lings here. Oh, actually he has 11 here now. At this natural base at the bottom where there's a lair. Tank setting up. Dude, this needs to be supported. But there we go. Coming up with the Marines. And there it is. Stimming forward. And the surround with the Zerglings. Not doing a lot here. Pretty good micro on display. But more and more Lings are rolling on in and actually able to clean that up fairly handily. Yeah, the Ling King, man. He's got no +1 attack yet. 18 more Zerglings in production. And a Spire coming up here too. He's going to get rid of these reinforcing units. Oh, Christophe, no. No, Christophe. Only 30 SCVs. Having a hard time keeping that worker count going, despite the fact he's down 2 bases. And he's not using his mule that super well either. So more tanks in production, more medevacs. Zerglings, you're just kind of going for it. Coming from all of these bases. They have +1. It's an 8.5 minute Zergling all-in from Ling King. This is a build I don't think I'm very familiar with, and perhaps you should not try to emulate on the ladder. Oh, that's natural. It's just ripe for the picking right now. All these Lings are coming to kill every one of these SCVs. SCVs fighting against this one Zergling that's trying to kill them. And they do, but all of the friends come in, and the SCVs decided it's time to retreat. Get out of here. Where are they even going? They're not going back inside. What is happening? Oh, they were trying to. Oh, they were trying to, but their pathing took them over here because the wall was up. Oh, that really hurts. Christophe was down to 24 SCVs. More and more Zerglings. Got some Mutalisks. Morphing into for Ling King. High ground attack on that Zergling. Causes him to kind of freak out and run in circles for a second next to this rock tower. Zergling making sure that next natural base is not falling down. Got some mutas here. It's not the most mutas I've ever seen. There are 5 with 1 more in production. So 6 Mutalisks against 7 Marines with Stim. No other upgrades. They do actually have combat shield, so tiny upgrade. moderately useful. And I think if you come out, that allows linking to get a surround on your units, which is bad. Ready to go? Ready to go. +1 Zerglings and some Mutalisks. I feel like it's time. I feel like it is time, my friends. Blue Flame being researched by Christofu for his total of 0 Hellions. He is making 1, though, so that's good. Another base coming up in the bottom left-hand corner for linking. That is his 4th here at the 10-minute mark. Expansion is not terrible. He's sitting on 4,500 minerals, though. 4,500 minerals. And he just built 21 drones, which is good. Good. Keep expanding. I feel like you need some banelings if you're going to do this thing, but that number of workers or marines is just so low. I think it's time to move in. I really do. I know you want your mutas in there too, but I don't think it really matters. And here we go, picking up. Some units are able to survive by picking up into the mutas, actually, or into the medevacs. Actually, they all do. Mutalisks going after the SCVs here at the natural base. 5 drones have been killed. 17 SCVs have died. Mutalisks running from the Marines, as you have really should do. Zerglings sneak attack into this natural base. Tank is going to die immediately, and Zerglings absorbing shots, doing a ton of work against the Marines and the Marauders. SCVs fighting in there too, but no. Not enough. Mutalisks picking off medevacs. 136 to 46 total supply. Strange strategy for linking. Seems to be enough. Medevacs getting destroyed. Mutalisks pulling back from the Marines defending. You got to break this front now somehow if you're linking. But I'm not entirely sure if that's even necessary. Considering how far behind Christofu is right now. 16 to 74. Harvesters 4 bases to 1. More mutas in production. Christofu doing a good job spending his minerals now. He has another huge group of lings down here. Is he just going to break up this thing with Zerglings? Oh, the door's open. Oh, that's okay. Door is wide open. Zerglings checking to see. Is there another base we're unfamiliar with? No. No, there's not another base up there at all. Oh, they were actually precognitive. They were able to come in here and say, it's going to land a base down here instead. Nope, not with Zerglings in the way. You're not. Trying to come out. Bad move, Christofu. Not. Yeah, coming out's not going to work out for you, friend. Tanks dying. Blue Flame Hellion. There's one of them. Not enough against this huge swarm of Zerglings getting up inside. Yeah, not even a wall. Not that it really mattered. There wasn't much back here to save the lives of this Terran player, Christofu, and his friends. SCV is here to fight, and that's it. A good game from Christofu, and linking calls the GG. And that's it, a win for our challenge player in game number 1. We'll come back with more from It's One Trick Wednesday Moving Day in just a second. Welcome back, StarCraft fans, to One Trick Wednesday with Falcon Paladin. This will be a game between Warcat and Mini Titan on Mech Depot, the Ladder Edition. In the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Warcat. And in the top right-hand corner of the map, and quickly vacating the premises, is the blue Terran player, Mini Titan. All right, so Mini Titan just moves his base directly as fast as he can, which is really fast because he's Terran, to this base outside. It's basically his 3rd base location is where he's thrown it. Again, not relocating to his natural, which I'm surprised. I don't know, I figured if you understood a relocation thing immediately, then you would go to your natural base, but no one has so far, so fair enough, fair enough. So Mini Titan relocates here, which again is much harder to hold, so much wide open space, especially against a Zerg player who's going pool first. This might be rough for our blue Terran challenger here today, Mini Titan, who we have seen on the channel fairly often. Something of a local folk hero among the people who watch these casts, and by people that watch these casts, I mean like the 4,000 people out of the 18,000 subs I have that will actually watch this thing, which always, I don't know, confuses me. How do I have 18,000 subs and only that many people are bothering to watch any one of my casts? Don't understand. Don't know how this works. Perhaps I should talk to someone who would have some ideas. All right, so barracks coming up for Mini Titan. You'll notice he's building his buildings in a way to wall off against Zergling attacks. And the good news for Mini Titan is that Warcat did not drone scout. So he's sending some slow overlords over. They'll get here eventually. But by the time they do, it's going to be too late. The only indication that Warcat's going to get that something weird is happening is he's not going to see any Reaper, which is fairly standard these days. You can go Marine first and not really bother with the Reaper and be just fine. In TVZ, we've seen it fairly often. But actually, quick number of Lings are out. 6 of them out with the intent of knocking down an expansion right here. That's what the plan is here, but there's nothing to kill right there. And in fact, the base is over here at the 3rd base location. There is no natural to try to destroy. Maybe upgrading this to... Is he gonna... He doesn't have an engineering bay. Upgrading that to a planetary fortress would help for a certain amount of time, but he's not doing that. So instead he's getting a Reaper now. It's a bit of a late Reaper, obviously. Another barracks coming in too. Is he gonna 3-Rax Reaper this thing off of a transplanted main? This actually could be pretty interesting. Zerglings running into the natural, and aha! Caught you by surprise! Oh. Well, maybe he hasn't There's nothing at the top of the ramp. What? How? Where is he? And the Overlord does actually scout this. Alright, so good job, Overlord. Where did our Reaper go? Is he out yet? No. Reaper's not going to stay home and defend. This is actually fairly interesting. How are we going to deal with this Ling stuff if your Reapers are gone? Oh, that's not even tight. Oh, snap. Zerglings get right into that mineral line. Reaper does pop out of the second barracks and get some shots off. Whew. Enough to chase away the Zerglings, but that was 5 Zerglings for 2 SCVs. That's a fair trade every day of the week. Zergling comes back in for some more harassment. Reaper does show up at the natural base of the Zerg player, but there are 2 queens already because, again, it's late. It is a late Reaper based on that relocation scheme. And, yeah, he's going 3-Rax Reaper off of a relocated main base. This is interesting. The queens are pretty scary, though. One of the Reapers dies immediately to both the queens. The other Reaper trying to kill that creep tumor doesn't do it. Takes some damage to his face as well. Zerglings are out. Speed is on the way. 20 to 19 total harvesters. A lot of Lings out for Warcat, actually. He was planning on being aggressive with them, but then the Reapers kind of changed the game, and they're forcing him to be defensive. This is, actually, can you hop up here? Look at these Lings patrolling back and forth. Yeah, they're trying to patrol between the natural base and the main base. I think you can hop up here and get on in. Yeah, that's where they're going. I was going to say, that front door is just death. There are 4 queens sitting there. The Reapers might try to sneak around and hop. I guess just checking for an expansion, checking for a third. There's not one, but there are more creep tumors popping. Oof. That's going to spread that creep out a lot. That's going to help Warcat immensely in keeping these Lings off of his back. I love this creep spread very, very much. More Zerglings heading on out, trying to see, can we still kill Mini Titan with... There's still that gap in the wall. There's a couple Marines here, but man, just 12 Zerglings, I think, could just take down Mini Titan pretty much instantaneously. Woo! All right, Ghost Academy done with Cloak being researched. Wow, Mini Titan doing some crazy stuff here, as he usually does. Honestly, as he usually does in the Cheese compilations and the One Trick Wednesdays. That's usually how that thing works. Can you not hop up here? Is it too tall? I can't see how it is. Maybe he just doesn't want to hop up there blind. Killing a creep tumor. Trying to get another one. Can't quite get it before it burrows itself into the ground. Zerglings are not making their move from Warcat. Oh, he's going massive Banelings. Okay. That's interesting. I feel like the Zerglings could have been just fine. There are 3 Marines. Okay, 5 Marines defending here. It's not a good number of Marines. Just trust me on this. An expansion for Mini Titan along this right side, far away from everything else. Slow Banes are here. The Reapers do pick one off. The Banes are... Whoa, did they manually detonate? Ah, the SCVs! Oh, that could have been so much worse. This group of SCVs survived, and some reason, I don't know how. Exactly, 11 to 23 total harvesters. Mini Titan is really in a lot of trouble at this moment. Baneling nest. Why is he making another Baneling nest? Warcat is confused. He's extremely confused right now. He really should be saturating his natural base too. But he kind of went for a Ling Baneling all-in, and if you go for an all-in against a Terran, you better kill them. You best kill them, as they say. If you come with the king, you best kill him. If you don't, you're in a lot of trouble. Queens, again, chasing away our Reaper group. Mini Titan seems to have kind of given up on that idea. He is instead working on Marines. Still no Ghost. He's got personal cloaking. Also, I want him to get a nuke. Can he do that for us? Oh, it needs a factory. That's right. You need a factory to get a nuke. I was going to say, where is it? Ah, he's making his factory now. It is late, but better late than never is what I always say. Natural base for Mini Titan is up and running. If this Overlord keeps going on his trajectory, which he's not because he stopped moving, he would notice that Mini Titan has some stuff there. Queens trying to spread the creep along this left side. Reaper's making it hard. But we do have our first Ghost. Ghost out for Mini Titan. Factory just about done. And it's 13 to 29 harvesters, which is real bad for a Terran player if you're trying to win this thing against the Zerg. So we'll see if it works out in the end. I am not absolutely certain, but we get our nuke, and a real big nuke hit would, I think, be enough to demoralize the Zerg player here. He is working on his lair. He doesn't have any spore crawlers, so detection is going to be way off. right now, even if he does decide to go for it. Where did our ghost? Where's our heroic ghost? He's sitting back here gaining energy that he will need if he's going to cloak and run all the way down here. The Reaper's trying to get out. Oh, hopping down. Look at him go. Even getting a shot off on those queens before they die. That's fantastic. I mean, before they die, assuming that makes it sound like they died. They didn't die. And I'm serious. I think you can hop up here and get some stuff done. He doesn't want to hop up blind, which I totally understand. But Warcat is not defending that at all. Not even the teeniest, tiniest bit. Nuke is done. Let's move. Let's move. Unupgraded Marines and a Ghost. The Ghost move speed is faster. Look at him go. 394 move speed compared to 315. For the Marines without stim, he's outpacing his buddies for sure. He doesn't want to be out front, though, is the problem. That means you're a bigger target if the enemies are trying to kill you. Zergling is knocking down these rocks for reasons I do not understand. There's no reason to take these rocks down. You just run in here, you win. I mean, there's a Widow Mine, which might cause you some trouble, but jeez. All right, Marines on the creep, killing an Overlord. Gonna supply block the player, and here comes the nuke. Nuke right at the front. Strangely enough, is he gonna get it? Oh my gosh! The queens and the roaches are sitting right on top of this nuke, like they would. 31 kill Ghost. 31 kill Ghost. Warcat is down to 4 Banelings. That's his army right now, and that's it. Warcat's gone. Oh, Mini Titan, you never, ever disappoint. That was amazing. That was so good. All right, so we're going to wrap this one up. We have one more to cast. This one is following the rule set that I feel like it communicated, but maybe didn't communicate as well as I thought I did. And then we'll explain what the next One Trick Wednesday is and kind of discuss things that way. So we'll be back with more One Trick Wednesday in just a second. Welcome back to One Trick Wednesday, everybody. This will be a 2v2 game on Arctic Gates. And let's introduce these players. On the right side of the map, we have Team Captain America, headlined by the Red Zerg player, Riddle Chest, and his teammate, the Terran player, New Saber, which is blue. And on the other side of the map, we have the Purple Protoss player, Skanky Mojo, and his teammate, the Teal Zerg player, Crayon, with a K. So this, again, is Moving Day. We'll see how this is interpreted by both of these players. From what I've been told by the screeners, this is the replay where there's actually one of these teams actually abandons their main, sets up a new one somewhere else, and their mine gets mained out, which is generally the idea, what I was going for when I initially set up this One Trick Wednesday. So this is a bit of a longer replay. We're going to speed it up a teeny tiny bit here to ×2. Nobody's rushing yet. Nobody's sending units across the map yet. Looks like nobody's going for the cannon rush. There is a forge for Skinky Mojo, though, but he doesn't have a probe running around the other side of the map. There is a drone that did kill an SCV building these barracks and does get the scout off to see the double racks from New Saber as part of Captain America here. Also scouting to see the early pool, so it is going to be a bit of a rush from our red and blue team here today. And you know what? Is it offensive to call it Team Captain America? There are a lot of countries that have red and blue in their national colors. France comes to mind, obviously. There are others. England for another one, an obvious option. Anyway, the Lings are moving out, so we'll go ahead and slow it back down to regular game speed. There's a cannon up here on this high ground next to the Zelonga Watchtower. I kind of like this play from Skanky Mojo. It means anything that runs past here is going to get hit by this cannon. And I guess it does kind of cover your backdoor here too. These rocks can get knocked down, but they'll have to deal with cannon fire the whole time, which makes it difficult for Lings to do. These Lings from Riddle Cheat swinging all. You have to make this S shape, right, in this map, all the way up and down and under and up. And by the time you get to the front door, it's pretty well walled off. Although this is not walled off for Skanky Mojo. He's got 2 cannons, which is good. Should honestly be able to handle these 6 Lings without really too much issue. Killing most of them. Spinecrawler, Queen. Is there a Mothership Core coming up for Skanky Mojo? Not yet. Not yet, but these cannons. Oh, why are you A-moving? No! And the Spinecrawler. So, not even really much of a scout there from the other team. There's a Reaper running, and he does actually check out the lair timing for Crayon, which is fairly early, about 3 minutes in. Oh, the cannon finishes off the Reaper, though, before he could kill anything. Is that right? Units lost here. 1 unit lost, but that was a drone for Team Purple and Teal. And yeah, so nothing lost to that Reaper. Nothing lost to this early Ling attack. Captain America team just needs to step up their game. That's what they have to do. Macro hatch for Riddle Chest inside his own main base. Spore Crawler coming up. He's worried about, I guess, an Oracle? Or maybe some kind of a crazy Muta push. I mean, this is an Infestation Pit from Crayon. Could be a Spire. Like a one-base Muta play would be insane, though. How come nobody's really expanded yet? This is, I mean, 2v2 is known for being rushy, but why would you throw a macro hatch up here instead of just expanding down here? I feel like you could defend it just as well. But all right, macro hatching it, sitting at 20 workers, oversaturating this main base, which you definitely do not want to do. Engineering bay coming up for New Saber. Is he going to throw up missile turrets? Why are they so worried about air from the other team? Oh, I guess there's double Stargate here. Do they know that? No, they don't know that. It's just kind of a... That's Void Ray, man, from Skanky Mojo. Instinct or possibly map hacks? I don't know. Sometimes people just get lucky, man. They just say, I didn't really get a good scout off. I did see a lair from the Zerg. It could be Mutalisks. Let's throw up some spores way, way early, just in case. Evolution Chamber there for Riddle Chest. Another Evolution Chamber. I don't know if you want to go just Ling Marine here. New Saber struggling to get an army up? Is that fair to say? Struggling to get an army up. He has 3 Marines and a tank at the 4-minute and 50-second mark. Is he off-racing? He could be off-racing as Terran. Even on one base, he should have a bigger army than this. This is insanity. Oh, wow. Swarm Host. Swarm Host Rush from Crayon. I like it, honestly. I've had this happen to me in team games before where Swarm Hosts are used by the enemy and I wasn't ready for it. It's a little infuriating when these locusts show up. They just set up down here on this low ground, fly up over the edge, and kill all your stuff. And then you go, you run out there, and you have an overseer, and you're, where are they? Where are they? But they're gone. They're long gone by that point in time. Trying to expand his New Saber. He actually does put SCVs into this command center, so they are ready to go when they land. Oh, he's taking the gold. But is this actually scouted? Oh my gosh, they see this. Crayon sees this. Oh, as does the command center. The command center decides to flee for its life here. What are these lings from Riddle Chest doing? Checking gold. I guess checking to see if there's a gold expansion from the other team here. Tank fire on the Swarm Host, but guess who's going to avenge that? Locust. Goodbye, tank. And the Locusts should probably get to work. They're not dead yet. Maybe get a supply depot. Maybe some free Marines. New Saber, don't attack into this. Don't attack into Locust. It's a terrible idea. You'll just die and not do anything. I mean, I guess maybe kind of slow them down so you save your refinery, maybe, but not really. Void Rays from Skanky Mojo getting rid of this expansion. New Saber's trying to get out here, and he does unload his SCVs. He's trying to repair it, but then they just change target to the SCVs themselves, and the Voiders get some nice worker kills. Yeah, this is not going well at all for Team Red versus Blue. Not even at all. So Mass Void Ray, surprisingly good in team games. If you can get someone to kind of cover their weaknesses. For example, Vikings can be a weakness. Hydralisks can be a weakness. Oh, Thors are using their single target attack mode against the Void Rays, which is great. It does show that New Saber has some level of understanding of what's going on here. Lings running in to try to kill these Swarm Hosts, dropping the Locusts, can they? And they do drop down onto these Lings and kill a bunch of them. Wow. Locust versus Zergling. They recognize that's a bad move. Trying to run inside the main base here of Crayon, and maybe going to get a queen. Actually going to get this queen because nobody else is helping her. And maybe going to get the Spine Crawler. There's a Nidus Worm here. Where did the Nidus Worm erupt? Did I hear a Nidus Worm erupt? I did. It's down here. Oh, but the Thors are going to rock it. Wow, Thors are so good. So good against Nidus Worms, turns out. All right, so that did not go so well. A little bit distracted by the attack. This could have gone a little bit better for Crayon, but that's fine. He still has his Nidus network, which is fantastic. Still sitting on one base here, which I don't know which one of these teams is doing the challenge, because I feel like... I mean, you could interpret it to be sit on your main base until you mine out, then relocate. I don't know that I ever specifically said you can't expand at all. I don't know. This is why we need more simplified challenges. This is why our new challenge is simplified, which I will be announcing at the end of this cast. Swarm Host. Oh, Command Center trying to be built here for New Saber, and nope, not going to happen at the gold base. Thor's coming on in, and they are getting attacked by Swarm Host, which is the worst thing for them. It's even worse probably than Zerglings. Honestly, they almost took down... Actually, didn't even really shoot at the Nidus Worm, and the Swarm Host managed to escape into the Nidus Worm. So we're starting to get mined out here. We are seeing some glowing minerals here from both of these players. Hydralisks. Whoa, a lot of Hydras from Riddleheart. Was able to do something all the gas he's been saving up since he was just going for Lings for so long. He's got Hydras with +1 ground carapace He's working on +1 missile attack. Should be real good against these Void Rays. Can tell you that much. Riddle Chest is expanding at this gold up top, which is that, I mean, it's really far away from home. It's going to be hard to defend. I mean, it's a ninja expand, I guess. Crayon suggests doing some pestering, and yeah, it makes sense. I mean, there's nothing defending this main mineral line for New Saber. These Void Rays should just be able to wreck it entirely. There's a Thor kind of nearby. There's 2 Thors kind of nearby. We'll see if they respond in time. No, don't use prismatic alignment on SCVs. That is a waste of prismatic alignment. Use it on buildings. And you can use it on Thors too. They're armored. I think you can take them down, Void Rays. I know 2 Thors with that single attack here are pretty scary. It is 50 damage per shot versus armored, which, yeah, that is what Void Rays are. They don't have that many hit points. They have about 250 total. Another expansion for Riddle Chest up here. Locust versus Hydra. Again, Locust versus most things. Locusts are going to be a pretty good spot here. Hellbats are really good in this situation. You can fungal these guys with infestors for a pretty good result too. But otherwise, going a straight up fight against Locusts is generally considered suicide because it's for units and they hit really hard and they're slow enough you can run away from them. So it really shouldn't engage in any situation. Crayon is what he's been doing with his money is the question. Well, he's sitting on 2,600 minerals, so that's an answer to part of it. He's got 12 swarm hosts. He's making 2 more. So he's just making as many as he can as long as the gas income allows him to do it. And actually doesn't even have 3 workers on gas here. Crayon, did you lose these to the Ling attack earlier? Get them back. This is why you're gas starved. One of your extractors doesn't have any gas or any workers on it at all, which is terrible. Super terrible. Is that a hive? That is a 1 base. There we go. Actually, multiple base hive for Riddle Chest here. Void Rays find Riddle Chest. Ninja expand. Queen pops out, dies immediately. And the hatch is dead too, and the Brewlings are going to die, and the larva, and this drone might escape the fate of all of his friends, and yes, he does. Wow. Way to get out of there. He's going to come back in long distance mine, though, in a second. So Riddle Chest does have an expansion, which is great. Swarm hosts, again, just really good at harassing stuff. Another Nidus Swarm erupts from the ground. I heard it. But I do not see it. Here, maybe? Nope. Not in the middle of the air. No. Oh, right. Is that the same one? So confused. Anyway, Locust coming on up and actually landing. Oh, they landed on the outside. Rats. But now they're going to fight these Hydralisks. Again, Hydra's running until they expire. That is the best move in this situation. Tanks are good. Hellbats are good. This Terran player should be making splash damage units to deal with these Locusts. They almost get there to take down this command center for New Saber. He's trying to expand at a logical location now, which is good for him. He was trying to expand down here, trying to expand over here. Just didn't really work out for him all that much. Void Rays running around looking for expansions. Did they actually not see this? Ooh, did not actually scout this natural of our red player at all. Void Ray for Skanky Mojo. The count is getting a little bit terrifying. It's 14 already with 2 more in production. Did he get his gas? Crayon did not get his gas problems figured out. I know he's been busy elsewhere. This isn't a super high level replay, obviously. Locust swinging on into, oh, just finished this command center. Lift it. Oh, the instant left by New Saber. Good job, man. You could have lost that thing for sure if your reaction time wasn't super duper fast. Lurker Den. Okay, Lurkers versus Locust, also pretty great. If you're Riddle Chest, I like this idea very much. Make 4 of them or so, put them at the top of this ramp, and Locusts have a hard time getting through that for sure. Splash damage. Again, splash damage is the key. I've never done that voice before, I don't think. I don't know exactly where it came from. Anyway, another quick plug for my podcast. Have I talked about that in this cast yet? I don't think I actually have. There's a new episode up. We talk about sinkholes, talk about Rick and Morty. We do some talking about speedruns, which I'm very interested in. Wade does not actually care about, so that was actually a fairly short segment of it. Talk about, did we talk about StarCraft a little bit? I think we intended to, and maybe we didn't actually, but anyway, there's a link in the description. You can find us on iTunes. You can find us on BeyondPod, on Android, other platforms like Last.fm. And yeah, check us out. Give us a try. It's once a week. Come on, man. We're not asking for all of your time in the world, but just give it a shot. And we do have a Patreon for the podcast as well. That actually 100% goes to Wade, who does all the editing for this thing. He does all the work. I just talk for an hour and I say, go to Wade, and then he does. And so I feel like he should be compensated for his time on some level for people who do enjoy the podcast. Because we don't have any ads. It's free. If you feel like supporting us, you can. Hydralisks catching these swarm hosts out of position here at the southern side of the map. They do kill 2 or 3 of them, but then the Locusts come and kill several of the Hydras. They do retreat with muscular augments. They are significantly faster than the Locusts and these Void Rays. so they can get out. Third base on the way for a Riddle Chest. Income tab, 28 and 20 for Captain America, 26 and 22 for the other guys. Thor's once again chasing these Void Rays away. I mean, when it's 4 to 6, where there's 4 Thors, I guess that is not a great place to be, I suppose. And here we go, abandoning his main base. Here's Crayon building a base down here in the south. These drones should really get to work, and he's rebuilding his spawning pool. There it is. There's the challenge. Challenge begun. This is the problem, too, is this challenge is really long if you do it correctly. You have to wait for your main to get mined out and then set up a new base, and it's just... it is a rough deal. Is Skanky Mojo mined out? He is so close to mined out right now. Super dead close. He doesn't know about this extractor up here. Crayon, he's going to be watching this and like, oh yeah, that's why I was so gas-starved. That does explain a whole heck of a lot. Man, Terran player. Terran player, how much money do you have, Terran player? Only 200 minerals. Where is he spending all his money? He has 1 Marine and 5 Thors. I guess he's been getting upgrades, sort of. Plus 2 vehicle weapons and high-sec auto. Has he been feeding? He might be transferring all of his money to Riddle Chest. Wow, that's a lot of drones that just popped for Riddle Chest. How many is that now? It's up to 48, which is 20 more than anybody else in the game right now. So Riddle Chest, get this thing done. Yes, get lurkers, get Hydralisks. Hydro lurker, not bad. Not bad here. Riddle Chest has some Vipers going around with the Thors of his buddy. Not quite sure where they are headed. And again, I'm going to speed it up just because not much is happening here. Trying to kill this Overlord is this Thor, and does get it. Once again, single target attacks. Pretty fantastical. If you don't near ask me. Crayon trying to relocate down here to the south, and there it is. And a lot of spawning pool done for Crayon. Are we building? Can we poke? It's a good question. Void Rays are here. Ah, they do take down the natural base of our friend Riddle Chest here. So he loses that to the Void Rays. Parasitic Bomb tossed down. I think that's what these Vipers are for. Do not fly directly into them. There's the Parasitic Bomb. 1, 2. And not really splitting the Void Rays that well. Plus damage from Thors. I mean, it didn't kill any of the Void Rays, but several of them are significantly injured, and you can't recover that HP once you lose that hull damage. Locusts here at New Saber's attempt at expanding. It's gone. Didn't lift it. Didn't lift it. Was too distracted by the Void Rays up top, and our Terran player is struggling. Thors don't fight unless the Locusts are expiring, in which case it's fine. In which case it is totally fine here. That is a lair coming up for the Crayon, double saturating his extractors for the first time in a while here at this new location. And he's getting a lair. I guess he's getting Infestation Pit, which he's going to have to replant if he wants to make any more Swarm Hosts. And our Protoss player, is he doing the same thing? I don't know. I really didn't discuss what team games are all about either. Did we? No, we did not. Long distance mining his New Saber and reconstructing his base for what feels like the 3rd or 4th time. It's probably that, right? Probably that. Resources lost here. Team Captain America's lost 4,500 and 5,200 each. Whereas our Protoss player has lost 1 unit for 400 resources. 1. And his Zerg friend 3,400 resources. So Team Captain America losing a lot of stuff. But again, free units, the Locusts are taking a lot of stuff out. That makes you a pretty cost-effective player. Plus 3 vehicle weapons being researched by our Zerg player Crayon here. Additional, there we go, Stargates on the way for Skanky Mojo, replanting those. I don't know, whatever. I'm not going to complain about it. Not complaining about it at all. Thor count, pretty scary for New Saber, but again, Locusts are just kind of key. Ah, here we go, Lurkers. Lurkers for Riddle Chest. Again, top of the ramp I think is better than bottom of the ramp. You can kind of cover the base that way too, but this is fine. This is fine. Better than nothing. The Void Rays get all sorts of more Parasitic Bomb. They look even more hurt than they were before. Hydralisk might have gotten some shots off there too. Are there any Vipers? There's 1 Viper remaining for Riddle Chest. Thors have decided to be aggressive here, and the Void Ray is not handling that very well at all. On the cooldown, not up on Crayon. There it is, just at the nick of time. And the Locusts are raining down. Thors waddling away as fast as they can. Move speed 2.62, Locusts on the ground 2.62, so same move speed, which means the Thors can escape here. As they time out, it just pushes them away. It's a zoning thing. Void Rays take care of the natural base of Riddle Chest again. Goodbye, natural base of Riddle Chest. And the Thors maybe could push on in, honestly. I don't know, just going mass Void Rays Swarm Host here, which is a strategy I don't think I've really seen before, but it's fun. Definitely very fun. I guess. Oh, okay. The Thors are taking out locusts that are flying over here. They can shoot air, mind you. And they one-shot locusts because they only have 50 total hit points. Help, says Crayon. Help at this location. Do we have enough locusts? I think we have enough locusts to chase them away. Oh, if they're holding still because they're getting repaired. Oh, this is bad. Thor's killing a swarm host, but a ton of locusts coming on in. And there's the surround. One Thor dead. By surround, I mean it's not really a surround. It just kind of gets them on one side. Are these Voiders still trying to do stuff? No, because this Hydra group is +2/+2. And there are so many of them. There are, good grief. Where is my red player? 30 Hydralisks on the ground right now. Those Voiders are going to have a bad time if they try to engage. Skanky Mojo is sitting at actually 8 Voiders. 8. And he's ended up losing 12 more units, which I think were all Voiders. Unfortunately for them. Thor's coming in to take out the Swarm Host. Swarm Host is fast, though. 4.13 move speed above ground. They can really waddle away pretty fantastically. If the Hydras and the Thors attack at the same time, I feel like this might work out pretty well. Oh, here we go. No, stay. Force the Locusts to land so the Lurkers can hit them. Or just make them hover above nothing. That's fine, too. Oh, shoot. Never mind. Oh, the Locusts all destroyed a Thor so fast. Not in range of the Lurkers either. Yeah, you have the right idea here, Team Captain America. Your execution is just struggling a teeny tiny bit. That's all it is. Just a little bit. Nothing major, I suppose. Hydralisks popping on in, taking out a couple of pylons, I guess. Yeah, pylons being turned up at the front door by Skanky Mojo. And all that's attacking here are these Void Rays, which means they're going to die. Prismatic alignment is up. It does not matter. Here come the Locusts. Is that enough? Yes. That is a lot of Locusts. That's almost a full page of 24 Locusts going after these Hydras, and the Hydras are pulling back. So this is why I think Swarm Host mech games lasted for so long back in the day. Because Locusts are just the great zoning unit. You have to retreat from them. And they're not good at pursuing. So you can't chase down an army and kill them, but you can't shove them away. Then they come back in, then more Locusts come in. And it just repeats ad nauseum. So we're speeding it up once more here at the 21-minute mark. Trying to expand here is New Saber, but guess what, New Saber? Guess what's here? All the Locusts in the world. Goodbye, Morph. Are all the Thors going to die here? They're not running. The Voiders took out that base of New Sabers. Oh my gosh, the Thors. The Thors. Oh, toast. There's 1 Thor and 3 Marines remaining for Team New Saber. This is all the SCVs he has too. He's a low-level player. Voider has taken out the Lurkers that were sitting here in the middle of the map. Again, undefended. Lurkers on their own, not that great. They are a support unit. Or they need support units or something like that. It's one of the two. They're not really meant to go on their own like Void Rays are, sort of. Oh, the Prismatic Bomb. Parasitic Bomb. Dude, you have to split your Void Rays. Why aren't you splitting your Void Rays? Skanky Mojo is struggling with the concept, but if you get Parasitic Bomb cast on your units, find the one that has it cast on it and split it away. Move it away from the rest of the group. I know there were 2 or 3 in here, but they weren't all Parasitic Bomb. You could move the 3 out, and the rest wouldn't take any damage at all. These Hydras are actually pretty quick. 394 move speed with Muscular Augments, and 3.5 move speed for Void Rays. Hydras can chase them down. Are you chucking up a Nidus? Oh, shoot. The Locusts are all over the main base of Riddle Chest here. Main base is gonna die. Hydralisks chasing these Void Rays away. No, don't stop. Oh, stops and loses a Void Ray because the rest of the group caught up. And then another one here, too. That's amazing. Whoa, actually threw down a Nidus Network to escape. Did Crayon. He threw down a Nidus for him so he could get out of there. Out of the hostile environment of that main base. That's hilarious. I've never actually seen that before. We should see more of that, honestly. So your army gets in, and you throw up down a Nidus Swarm just in case things go bad. You can get out of there. That's fantastic. I mean, New Saber is just struggling. Oh, he's got Locusts all over his natural base. His only mining base, mind you. He's going to lose Mules. He's losing SCVs. He has a total of 0 SCVs remaining. That's bad. That's real bad for New Saber. I'm just going to come right out and say it. He's actually retreating from that location. Another Nidus Swarm erupting somewhere. I don't know. I don't know where it is. As it turns out, Locust deciding to finish off New Saber with another round of Swarm Host. There's really nothing to stop them from doing this. I think they could destroy... Yeah, they could destroy this main base of Riddle Chest pretty easily. There is nothing... there's literally nothing in here to stop them. There are, I guess, 2 Queens, and there's like a handful of Marines here, too, but... Yeah, some of these Locusts are coming down to get rid of this refinery, which is a waste of DPS, honestly. Now they have to go all the way up the ramp and around, but Evolution Chamber is going to die, Brewling's going to die. Evolution Chamber going to die, Brewling's going to die, Macro Hatch going to die, and possibly the hive, depending on the timing here. And no, blinding cloud. I guess that does stop some locusts from firing. That might have saved the hive. Riddle chest, making some interesting clutch moves here. Trying to expand to this gold again, which is not seen by Team Purple and Teal here. So that's good news. That's good news for that team. Hydralisks running around, actually catching these swarm hosts a little bit out of position, killing a couple of them, but then standing in. Oh no, don't stand there. And letting the locusts really ruin their day. And now they're retreating, which is the right thing to do. The right thing to do. Riddle chest actually has several bases, but his worker count is only at 31. He needs to be droning. He needs to be droning a lot more. A lot more right about now. Still just perma one basing it is Crayon. Drilling call, I guess. Widow mines, I guess. Maybe locusts. Not bad. Not bad anyway. Hydra's picking off some of these swarm hosts before they can escape into the Nighty Swarm here at this gold base in the southern location. And the Nighty Swarm dies, and this swarm host, bad rally. It's a lot of dead swarm host, actually. How many do we have? Oh, we have 33. We still have 33, ladies and gentlemen. I think Crayon's going to be okay. I really do. I really feel like he's got this thing. Hydra's trying to poke in, but once again, locusts forcing them away. And keep it decent times, too, because I feel like we've seen this before. A few Hydras die, the rest of them retreat. Locusts explode. I mean, I feel like Swarm Host player just needs to plant right in here, just drop a million locusts, and just laugh. That's sort of what has to happen. He's just being very careful running around. Oh, Widow Mines. Actually, what do they fire on? But they're on cooldown. I don't know. I don't know. The Hydralisks catch these dudes. Oh, and they do force the Locust pop outside the main base, which saves a lot of stuff. I mean, sure, Hydras are dying, and they're forced to retreat from this, but that's a major win for Team Captain America. They really want the hive. The Locusts do, and I think they have enough DPS to do it. Ah, bam! Just before they explode. They get the hive, and all this creep is going to recede. I don't see any creep tumors here at all in the main base. Evolution Chamber's working on +3 attack for these Hydras. They do have that +2 armor going for them. Triple pumping Swarm Hosts is Crayon. And the Void Ray is once again not super useful here with the Vipers and with the Hydralisks from the red team. And man, New Saber has he's just had a rough game of it, you guys. Haven't we all been there? We've all been there. Widowmine's firing and killing a Swarm Host. Hydralisks trying to kill more Swarm Hosts, but guess what comes with Swarm Hosts is Locusts. And this Hydralisk count is not healthy. Void Ray is getting rid of the Vipers, but Parasitic Bomb tossed down first of all. Hydra count greatly reduced thanks to this Locust group. Man, these Void Rays, there are 6 of them here. They're all in orange health, which is not ideal. Zergling trying to pick off these Swarm Hosts, managing to get a couple of them. They have +1 attack. That's pretty good news. Hydra is chasing these Void Rays all the way back home. Locust popping out to deal with the Zerglings and possibly try to pick off some of these Hydralisks as well. Actually not working out super. The Lynx took down the Locust. Cannons are up. And the Hydras decide not to engage. Yeah, that was a dicey situation to be in. Locust chasing the Hydras away. A couple of them die. And they retreat. Phoenix actually here for Skinky Mojo, lifting some Hydras and killing them. Widow Mines firing on Locusts, but they're going to expire anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Does not really matter at all. Swarm Hosts. All right, is it time? Is it time for our big bad creep? Oh, did you just pop again? On the ramp? Just popped on the ramp again. It loses so much of the timed life of these Locusts to do this. All right. I mean, getting rid of the Hydralisk army is fine at this point, but there's nothing else they can do. Active forces, 60 and 14 for Team Captain America, 160 combined for the other guys. And yeah, I think one more round of Swarm Hosts might just do it. There's 2 Marines inside this main base for Team Captain America. They're not doing anything with it. There are so many bases for Riddle Chest, but he's just not spending his money that well. Hasn't really been gathering gas. The tasks can be difficult here. And Lurkers are down. Is there detection here? Nope. There's no detection here, so the Lurkers are going to have a field day. 12 kills, 14 kills. Void Ray's rocking everything. Lurkers can't do anything about that. Final buildings for New Saber here in the main base are at least going to get down to burning. I guess they did lift, so no, not burning. is that factory. Dang, lurkers, 26 kills and 24 kills. The majority of those are going to be locusts, as it turns out. But is there anything to oppose these void rays? The answer is 3 queens. There are 3 queens to oppose these void rays and oppose the void rays, and that's it. New Saber and Riddle Chest are out. Crayon and Skanky Mojo are our victors today. Such a silly game. Such a silly, silly game. All right. That's going to be it for that one. I don't think there's anything else I really need to cover here, but let's talk about the next challenge for One Trick Wednesday. First of all, there's a link in the description to vote on the next One Trick Wednesday. Actually, not the next one, the one in a month from now. So it's a weird thing, but anyway, vote. Also, I'm going to pare it down to simple challenges. For example, the winner of this week is Spellcaster only. Simple. You can only make Spellcasters. Done. That counts anything that has a special attack. That counts Reapers. They cast KD8 Charge. That counts Ravagers. They cast Corrosive Bile. Anything that has a special castable spell is okay. Zealots. No. Oh, crap. What about Stim? Garbage. I'm going to rule out Stim. Yeah, going to rule out Stim. Just because it means Marine Marauder Medevac is going to be a thing. It's like, I'll just make all Spellcaster units with Marines and Marauders and Medevacs. No. Nope, Stim doesn't count. Concussive Spell doesn't count because it's a passive ability. It has to be something that actively engages. Immortals have Barrier. High Templar have Storm. Ravens obviously have spells they can cast. So that's going to be it. Spellcaster only. And again, from now on, only very simple, easy to understand, easy to follow examples will be allowed. I'm also tentatively considering postponing the One Trick Wednesday feature. The last couple times we've only had 4 or 5 submissions, and it's just hard to get a good group of replays if only 5 people submit replays. So we'll see how this is for Spellcaster only. If we only get 4 or 5 again, I might just postpone it for a while until interest picks back up. Give you some time to maybe want to submit replays again. I don't know what it is. But we will have to wait and see. So that is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of One Trick Wednesday. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.